Industrial Revolution in England, machines were taking the place of people. Because of this, dramatic wage cuts were given to workers because less educated workers were able to work. In 1811, General Ned Ludd and the Army of Redressers decided to revolt. Were the Luddites revolutionaries or terrorists? You decide.
Order in the court. Today we have 2 Luddites on trial for vandalism and destruction of factories and machines. You as the jury have to decide whether they're guilty or innocent. Owner, state your case.
Week after week, these so-called Luddites try and break into factories in the surrounding areas, including mine, and destroy machinery. This is costing me and other owners a lot of time and money.
We're just fighting for our rights. Our jobs are getting huge wage cuts and our families are suffering.
At least we gave you jobs.
But you are giving our jobs to unapprentice workers. They are not as skilled as we are, and they are not as fit to work.
Times are changing and we are just trying to conform to the new economy. You should conform too.
Silence. Luddites, did you or did you not ransack the factories?
We were just trying to...
Yes or no?
Yes. We were trying to protest our wage cuts and we need to make sure that our demands are not ignored.
Mr. Cartwright, tell me exactly what they did to your factory.
They tried to break my cloth finishing machinery. Luckily, I suspected the revolt and arranged my mill to be protected by armed guards. These barbarians didn't gain entry to my mill, but they killed 2 of my croppers.
Luddites, why didn't you just agree to work for less? It's better than nothing.
We couldn't. We knew that this wage cut was unfair, and we didn't want our families to suffer because of the piteous actions taken by Mr. Cartwright and many other owners.
But your methods of achieving your goal did not get you anywhere.
We had no choice. If we can't eat, no one can. We worked extremely hard for long hours every day, and what did we get for it? They fired us. We should get some of the owner's wealth or our jobs back.
And why do you believe this?
We need to eat or we die.
You shouldn't be attacking me. You should be complaining to Parliament. I'm just trying to make a living, and Parliament are the ones who have the power to regulate wages.
Parliament doesn't listen. They're determined to stick to laissez-faire. If Parliament actually did anything, it wouldn't be a problem because we would have actual jobs.
Well, how do you justify killing the innocent cropper? How do you think he felt?
It was necessary for our cause.
You savages, murderers, thieves, you should hang at the gallows.
Silence. Mr. Cartwright, it's time to question you. Why did you fire these skilled workers in the first place?
As any man does, I wanted to make as much money as I could. If these men don't like the new technology brought to us by industrialization, they are pretty much hopeless.
Well, as none of you seem to have found out, in this world today, no man can have the way they want it all the time. People have to conform to society. Conformity is what makes our society function.
Okay, so we should conform. What do you suggest we do?
Change your profession.
We are skilled workers who apprentice from a very young age. We can't just change our careers. What would we become? We have no money, so we can't open any sort of shop or purchase farmland.
You can figure something out. What I'm trying to say is that you just can't go around destroying factories and murdering workers. That's not how our society is.
These revolts never would have occurred if Parliament had not ignored our requests.
England and Parliament already has enough to worry about other than you dang Luds. We are experiencing an awful trade depression, and the country is constantly in fights with England and France. They do not have time to deal with you and your ridiculous behavior.
As we mentioned earlier, you must find a way to handle the change that's going on. Skilled workers like you are not the only people that are suffering. Destroying factories and murdering machines and killing the innocent makes matters way worse for everyone.
Yeah, you selfish terrorists are scaring the people around you.
Good. Maybe we'll let people know how we're being treated and maybe more people will join our side.
This isn't about joining sides. You and your so-called army have done enough damage and something has to be done. This industrialization was supposed to benefit our nation, not make it go out of control.
But all that it is doing is putting skilled workers out of jobs so that unapprenticed people can just stroll on in and replace them. Sure, it may be good for the owners, but what about the working class? How would they make a living? We were just fighting for the rest of the workers like us.
Terrorists.
Silence. This is no way to represent yourself in front of the jury. Final question. You say the best way you could protest was by breaking into factories?
If we were silent, then we would not have been heard. Our requests would have been ignored. This is the best way we could protest. We are not happy at all.
Both sides have now stated their argument. So what does the jury think? Now it's time for you to make your decision.